Hi everyone, my name is Vanessa van Dijk, and in today's video I want to talk about the coffee paradox and how it may relate to your skin and how you respond to coffee in general. Now, when we talk about diet and breakouts, most of you probably think about sugar, dairy or fried food, because that's what we've been taught to look at over the years, right? But coffee is usually not questioned in the same way, even though it can affect how you feel overall. In one of my recent videos, I focused on the coffee itself, the bean variety, the roast, the brewing method, and the cream as possible factors, because that part is almost never talked about when it comes to the skin. But after speaking to some of you and asking friends and relatives what kind of coffee they actually drink, I realized something much more basic. Because before we even discuss whether coffee can affect your skin, we need to clarify what we are actually talking about when we say coffee. In many cases, it is not just coffee. Some of you might be drinking instant cappuccino mixes. Others use café au lait capsules. Some use sachets that already contain milk powder, sugar, vegetable oils, stabilizers and flavoring. And yes, there is coffee in those products, but it is not the same as freshly ground coffee brewed with water. And once multiple ingredients are involved, you cannot isolate coffee as the cause, because there are simply too many things involved. So before switching bean varieties, before debating roast levels, and before saying coffee is breaking you out, it makes more sense to start by removing everything that is not coffee. You can do that by switching to simple ground coffee brewed with water. Nothing added, then observe what happens. If your skin improves, you know the mixture was contributing. If nothing changes, then you can look further at the coffee itself. And if you do move to plain coffee, keep it simple. Use whole coffee beans and check the ingredients list. It should only list coffee. Grind them freshly, if possible, or buy freshly ground coffee without additives. Brew it in a simple dripper or normal filter machine with a filter. It does not need to be expensive or complicated. I personally use a very simple dripper with a reusable cotton filter, just because it's practical and saves money. Paper filters work perfectly fine as well. But the point here is keeping it simple so you're not dealing with too many things at once. Then observe how you feel. If you notice jitters, feeling unwell, or stomach discomfort after drinking it, you can experiment further. Try Arabica, try Robusta, because they do not behave the same in the body, and for many people the difference is not subtle at all. Also, pay attention to the roast level. Very dark roasts can feel harsh for some. Very light roasts can feel more acidic for others. Often something in the middle works better. And if you want to go one step further, you can also try different processing styles, such as washed or natural. That alone can make a noticeable difference in how you tolerate it. And you do not need to change everything at once. Start with changing one thing, then observe and adjust. Otherwise, you end up turning in circles without really knowing what made the difference. And that was exactly my issue in the beginning. So I recommend starting simple, remove what does not belong there and then adjust step by step. That way you can actually see what affects you and how you feel and how it affects your skin. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!